Sometimes, God hides his miracles inside pain. Sometimes, he lets storms come, not to destroy us, but to lead us to where our destiny truly begins. This is the story of Adaeze. A woman whose faith was tested by fire, whose tears became prayers, and whose prayers opened the heavens. Adaeze was born in Enugu, the second daughter of a poor tailor and a market woman. From the time she was a child, she had one dream: to become a nurse and help people. When other children played in the dust, she wrapped her dolls in white cloth and called herself Nurse Adaeze. But life has a way of testing dreams. When Adaeze turned 16, her father fell sick, a sickness that swallowed every kobo the family owned. The hospital bills grew, their food became smaller, and one morning, her mother whispered the words that broke her heart. "My daughter, you may not go back to school this term." Adaeze cried. Not because of poverty, but because she felt her dream slipping away. A year passed. Then too. Adaeze worked as a house help for a woman in the city to support her family. Every Sunday, she went to church, not to ask for riches, but for strength. Her voice was known in the choir, her smile known in the street. But inside, she was fighting battles no one saw. It was during one of those Sundays she met Ebuka, a young man from the same town, tall, soft-spoken, with dreams of his own. He told her, "Adaeze, one day, I will build us a home. You'll wear that white nurse gown again. You'll see." She believed him. She gave him her trust, her heart, then later, her womb. But when Ebuka got a job in Abuja, he promised to come back for her. Days became weeks. Weeks became months. And one day, a message came. "Adaeze, I'm sorry. I met someone else." Her world broke. Her faith cracked. The church songs she once sang became silent. 9 months later, Adaeze gave birth to a baby girl, alone, under the roof of her mother's one-room house. People gossiped. Some called her a sinner. Some called her foolish. But Adaeze called her daughter miracle. Because even in her shame, she believed God had not forgotten her. Life became harder. She washed clothes, sold fruits, did every job she could. Sometimes, she went to bed hungry, but Miracle always ate first. One night, after everyone had slept, Adaeze knelt on the bare floor and prayed. "God, I don't want riches. I just want a chance. A chance to live the dream you gave me." And heaven listened. The next morning, as Adaeze walked to the bus stop, she saw an old woman fall by the roadside. People passed by. But Adaeze ran to her, lifted her up, and gave her water. The woman smiled faintly and said, "My daughter, you have the hands of a healer." The woman asked for her name, her story, and where she worked. Adaeze spoke humbly, not knowing she was talking to Madam Chinye, the matron of a private hospital in town. A week later, Adaeze got a message. "Report to Divine Mercy Hospital for an interview." She was hired as a cleaner. But destiny was only beginning. Every day, she cleaned the hospital floors with gratitude. She watched nurses treat patients, learned their routines, memorized drug names, and practiced writing prescriptions on paper scraps. One night, a patient collapsed when no doctor was nearby. Adaeze remembered what she had seen the nurses do. She acted. She pressed the patient's chest, called for help, and saved his life before the doctor arrived. When Madam Chinya found out, she asked, "Who taught you that?" Adaeze replied, "Nobody, Ma. I just watched and prayed." And the woman said, "Then God himself is your teacher." That night, Adaeze cried again, not from pain, but from gratitude. Months later, Madam Chinya called her into the office. "Adaeze," she said, "you have something rare, compassion. I've arranged for you to study nursing under our hospital scholarship program." Adaeze screamed, wept, and fell to her knees. That day, the whole hospital learned her story. That day, Heaven rewrote her destiny. Years passed. Adaeze graduated as a certified nurse, top of her class. She returned to Enugu, built her mother a house, and opened a small free clinic for widows and orphans. And as she stood before the signboard that read, Miracle Health Center, she whispered, "Lord, you didn't forget me. You only waited for the right time." When people saw her success, they said it was luck. But Adaeze knew, it was grace. Every tear had a purpose. Every delay had a design. Because when God remembers you, it doesn't matter who forgot you. This is the story of Adaeze. The girl the world rejected, but heaven crowned. If life has ever pushed you to your knees, stay there, that's the best position to pray. God's timing may be hidden, but it's never late. Your destiny will always find you, just like it found Adaeze.